This is Kaif Khalif and I'm your host, ladies and gentlemen. Today or tonight we're starting basics of Forex classes in English, and we have our chairman Sharmarke Abdirizak to teach you what the basics of Forex is. Now help me welcome our chairman Sharmarke. The floor is yours.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much, Kaif, who is hosting the Zoom call with us tonight. First of all, I want to say thanks to everybody who has come to this Zoom call, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are in the world. If it is evening, we're going to say good evening to you. If it is a morning, we will say good morning. And if it is evening, we will say good evening or good night. This is a historic Zoom call. It's the first Zoom call that we are going to do in English language. And this is in collaboration with Easywaylearn. And this idea we have started after some Forex team have celebrated their 2 years anniversary. We have started this journey the year 2018 July, and this is the first night that we have decided we are going to go to international. Before we were local, and we were doing all our educations and all our help through Somali language. So this is going to be the first time we're going to do in English language, and it is a great pleasure for me. I want to thank Muhammad Jama, our German, who is also has done a lot and who has created a Facebook also that you can also share and like. And this Facebook is easy. You can see in the screen. You can share, you can like, and you can subscribe. This is where we are going to put all our informations. In fact, this is a voluntary. It's not something that we are going to charge some people. It's going to be a free for everybody. And we are doing this a voluntary basis. We need to help a lot of more skill that will help them the rest of their life. This is a skill, and you have to give time and you have to understand. So basic is Forex. It's the base. Everything which you are going to start must have a base. There must be a base that it is started. And this is a basic Forex. If you want to build a house, you must have a very good foundation that can hold the buildings as long as it takes. So this is, everything has a basic. So we are going to start tonight the basic Forex. The first question that everyone is asking is, what is Forex? That's the first question. Because of Forex, if you ask yourself, what is Forex? This is now another question we are going to answer. Forex is a two word, and it starts with for, which is a foreign, and then it's the exchange. It's where people exchange in currencies. In the history, when you look back in centuries, people used to exchange food. People used to exchange gold to a food. There were a lot of exchanges that were happening, but this is a foreign exchange. If anyone asks you, or if this question comes, what is Forex? You know the answer. I think that everybody can hear. If you hear what I am saying, and if my voice is clear, you can write in the chat 1-1 so that we can all go together in the same way. Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay, let's continue then. Thank you. Foreign exchange market, that is the first questions answered, and then we will continue to the other side of the lesson. I hope that everybody has had a little information, or you might have had a lot of information. So if you had heard about what is a foreign exchange market, the question that comes into your mind is, okay, how much is it worth, this foreign exchange market, if it's a market? And everyone is guessing how many zeros are there. So we are talking about a market with a trillion capacity exchange market a day. This is 5.3 trillion dollar per day exchange market, and it's growing. Now it is 6 trillion, I think now, because of this presentation was done before a year, and I think now we are talking about a 6 trillion market per day. That's people exchange in currencies. This market is open at 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, starting from Monday to a Friday. And the market is closed in 2 holidays, which is Sunday and Saturday. So within these 24 hours, you have a chance to come into the market and then start buying and selling. That's the main point of this exchange market. It's a market where there is no any physical money. It's not a cash, or it's not a money that you can touch, but it is all through online, and it's done without any physical money. Foreign exchange market, if you travel today to another country, you can see that every airport, when you come into that new country that you are traveling to, you can see that there is exchange market, or there is a Forex office there that shows the different currencies and how much money that you can sell or that you can buy. So the only thing that happens is within the exchange market, it is you either buy a currency or you either sell a currency. So the rate of the buyers pay in order to exchange their currency, because when you are coming to a new country, you are coming from another country which has their own currency. For example, I live in Sweden. If I wanted to travel to Kenya, and whenever I go to Kenya, I must exchange my Swedish krona to Kenyan shilling. So between it's called the exchange. Basic Forex is usually, it's determined by a supply and demand. Exchange rate increases and exchange rate decreases. And that is what we call a supply and demand. We are going to explain more so that you can understand what is the meaning of a supply and what is the meaning of demand. We are going to see then the second slide is quietly talking about how you can understand when it comes to a supply and when it comes to a demand. If you want to buy something, when this is very high, when the demand of this thing which you are going to sell is very high, that means the price will go up because of the demand is too much and the supply is less. So how big is a Forex in comparison to others? An average daily trading volume in billions. Okay, let me check the comments. Yeah, that's 1. Okay, thank you. If we check what is the daily average trading volume in billions, like New York Stock Exchange, for example, it's like 22.4 billion, whereby Tokyo Exchange is 1.8 billion, and London Stock Exchange is equal to 7.2 billion. So the question is, okay, if those are in those billions, like 22, 18, and 7 billion, the question that comes into our mind is, okay, how big is the Forex market? Because there is a big blue chart here, which is Forex market. A day exchange. And that is a very, very big number. So if you are excited to be participate in this market, and you can write in the chat 1-1 if you are very excited to be a part of this market. But remember, the only thing you need, if you wanted to participate in this market, you need to have the skill set. You must have the skill that what we need. How do you profit? Let's talk about how you can make money in this market. The only way that you can make or a benefit is through buying or selling. You buy a currency when it is low, and you sell the currency when it is high. That's the only thing happening in this market. It's either you buy when a currency is a very low price, and then you sell it when the currency goes up. In any situation of business, this is what happens. If I have a store and I sell food, when will I buy stock for my store? I'm going to buy something if I see that what my store needs, the price is very low. I'm going to buy it, and then I will sell it when the price goes up. So that is the way you can make a benefit in this forex. Here comes one example here. House flipping. This is called house flipping, and you are buying a home for a little initial investment and then selling it for more than what you bought it for. Why? Because this is where I was talking about. When this house was $114,000, but after when you sell it, this was $277,000. The reason is this house was very cheap. There was not that much demand. Not many people needed to buy this house. And that is what makes this to go up. So until you learn the skill, this is what I was talking about. Until you learn the skill and the psychology of the trading, you will be gambling. And what does gambling means? You win, you lose, you win, you lose. It's just like that. But when you have the skill, you want to minimize your loss and you want to increase your win. And that is the way skill, especially you have to learn the basics, because of that's very important. Anything without a basic is not something that will last for long. Okay, we talk about what is forex. We talk about that you need a skill. We talk about that you wanted to buy and sell. And the other question that might come into your mind is, who are the participants? Who are trading here? Who are the big players in this market? There are major participants of this market, very, very big ones that controls the market. So we will see in the next slide. And there are 6 participants in this market. The first one is the government. The second one is the central banks that are also connected to the government. And then there is a financial institutions. Those are the private banks and the big companies. There are hedgers. And then the 5th comes the speculators. And then we have the retail traders. That's where we are going to come in more in the other slides. Central bank, when we talk about the central bank, usually the central banks pays attention. They look more closely on the events, the big events like VOMC, and this is usually this is more in American news events. The central bank rate decisions, the gross domestic and the CPI and the unemployment rate. Those are the 5 areas they usually look when it comes to the forex market, and they pay a close attention of this. And the central bank, everybody knows that the central banks is the one that controls the money. They ensure that the financial system is stable. They usually growth of the employment. And if it is comes to, if you wanted to lend money from the bank, they usually control the inflation. This is what all the central banks does. So central bank is a very, very big player in this market. When we come to the financial institutions, as I said before, are the private banks, and those are the biggest ones, the top 10 currency traders. This is this is what they trade, and these are the currencies. Yeah, here is the top currencies, the top 10 currencies that people trade, and they are all in volume, if you can see here in a market structure. So the financial institutions are also an internet bank system. They provide most of the volume that causes the market to move the way it does. Usually they can move the market in a direction because of they have the biggest volume money in the market. And remember one thing, major holidays is not the best time to trade because of most of the institutional financial institutions, the banks are in a holiday. And when they are in a holiday, what happens is the market doesn't have that big volume, which makes booming in the market. So you have to be very careful when those big players are out of the market. Hedgers are also they are also another very big players. They protected the companies from major losses while doing foreign trade. They help the big companies so that they don't lose what they are going to invest in trading. So hedgers actually play a big role in the forex market. Speculators are also very they are very sophisticated. They are very clever, and they take risk. They are very risk-taking investors with experts. But whatever they are doing, they are highly expert people, and they are in the market. And they are in the market and trading. So these people have a very good experience. They have a very good knowledge in the market. So they know where the market is going to move. And sometimes what they said about the market, people listen what they say about the market. And this is what makes the market to move. This is now an example of speculators. They attempt to predict the price changes. They said that euro USD dollar is going that way and that way. So they have a lot of explanations which they are putting in the media, which they are showing, and then that makes the market to become volatile. So they are very volatile. When speculators are in the market, you can see that the market is fluctuating and there is a high volatility in the market. So and they profit very high. In fact, they make a lot of profit in the market and with this kind of means. Here comes the guy who's relaxing, and that is us, the retail investors. We are only 20% of the market. We don't have a big share in the market. We only come up with only 20%. The other 80% is the other big players. So here we are relaxing, sitting, seeing the charts, and then attacking the market. So those are retail traders. And this is what we are going to teach you today so that you can be a very good trader, that benefits from the market. And thanks to the internet, because of this has never been possible without internet. It's the internet that given us the opportunity that we can participate. As long as you have smartphone and you have internet, you can participate in this market with a 6.3, with 5.3 trillion and 6 trillion in between. You can participate by only having internet, and you have smartphone, and then you have the skill. Don't forget that. And now we are going to other lessons. So I think this is the basic, the first lesson of the basic, which I have concluded all those areas. Who are the participants? What is the value of this market? And I think that is the part that I wanted to discuss with you tonight. I'm so happy to be doing the first Easywaylearn basic Forex. And we will continue this schedule in 3 days. It's going to be Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday that we will do these courses that we are helping people to understand how basic Forex works. My name is Sharmarke Mohammed. I'm very happy to be with you here tonight, and I wish you all the best. So getting back to Cave. Thank you very much.
Hello, hope you can hear me. If you can hear me, type 11. I would like to thank everyone who joined our first basic Forex class in English. I hope you have understood and have benefited from our first class. Thank you so much. I wish you a good morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on wherever you are in the world. Till next time.